What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing a very sensitive subject, and this is actually an important subject that I should have been taking more seriously. um, but it's just the fact that I acknowledged it. It's just I never really spoke out about it, so I'm going to speak about it in today's video. If you're going to like this video, please leave a like because it will do good for the channel. And if you're new here, please be sure to subscribe. I promise the videos will get better over time far as sound quality goes, ladies and gentlemen. So without further ado, let's talk about today's topic. So, if you guys haven't noticed, it is June, and the month of June just happens to be a very, eventful kind of month. Now, we do know that June 21st or June 22nd, that is going to be the official start of summer. So the weather will be shifting in good favor, hopefully. Hopefully we don't get one of those summers where it's extremely too hot to go outside. You know, um, Me myself, I have never experienced anything over like 100 degrees. So for all you people that are out there in like Las Vegas and you know Texas and stuff like that, where you get those big triple digit numbers and you have heat waves that last for longer than 5 hours and stuff like that, I feel your pain, but I don't physically feel your pain. I'm in a New York based area, so we get fairly close. Okay, aside from the summer, we also notice that, June happens to be, also the month where a lot of people is graduating from school. So shout out to all of those that are graduating. Doesn't matter what grade you're in, I'm saluting you. You have done it. You have reached, that mountaintop when it comes to schooling. You know what I'm saying? You went up there and now you're going either to the next grade or you're finished with schooling and you did it. You know what I'm saying? So shout outs to you. Give yourself a pat on the back. You know what I'm saying? You worked hard for this moment. You earned it. So you have summer, you have people graduating, you got birthdays. Anybody that's birthday is in June, whether if I'm, a bit early or I missed it, happy birthday to you. You know what I'm saying? Some people just typically, just go about their business, and some people go all out for their birthday. So whether you're going all out or you're just, taking this day to, just chillax or whatever, what I'm saying, still happy birthday to you and try to enjoy it, because birthdays do come and go, you know what I'm saying? And you're going to want to remember this for, however long you're going to live, you know what I'm saying? So if you have something that you kind of want to do, I would say do that on your birthday. That way, 10 to 15 years later from now, you will, have that memory of what you've done on that birthday instead of just, looking down the line and saying, well, I should have done that for my birthday, or I should have went to go see this, I should have went to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because once you decide on whether, what you're going to do, you can't go back and do that again. You know what I mean? So live it up, man. It's your birthday. Go out there and celebrate. Do something nice for yourself because you deserve it. You know what I'm saying? Now, the last thing, as I said, just to go back over everything. So you got birthdays, you got graduations, you got summer, and now the biggest thing, the month of June is LGBT month, ladies and gentlemen, also known as Pride Month. So anybody that's in the LGBT community, shout outs to you. Enjoy your month. Enjoy this entire month because you guys have about 30 something days to celebrate, your pride in your sexuality. So I suggest you guys go out there, live it up, you know what I'm saying? No shade shall be thrown your way. And I hope that your celebrations, are very, very eventful, because I know there are haters out there and we can't control them. You know what I'm saying? The only thing we can do is try to, stop them, but we can't control the hate that is out there. So just continue to celebrate anyway. Be proud, you know, be who you are, and be who you want to be on this day, in this month, in this time, you know. Um, I do have a couple of friends that I, grew up with who happen to be in the LGBT community, back then when it wasn't like a huge thing, you know what I'm saying? People were still showing pride in what they were and who they are. It's just now, it's a thing, you know what I'm saying? Especially in my, neck of the woods out here in New York, in which we have like a huge, festival kind of parade situation going on, and everybody's showing up. You know what I'm saying? It's just a general good time, and even straight people are actually allowed there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just the fact that this is a community-based kind of thing. You know what I mean? It's global. Because it's not just only in New York. You know what I mean? Because when you think about it, Coachella is a huge event as well, and people go to that, to celebrate pride, and just go there for general good time, fun, and good meals and stuff like that, music, you know. Um, so yeah, it's hard to really say something, because I don't want to say like the wrong things and have like the wrong people, coming at me in the comment section. But like I said, I grew up with a couple of friends and everything like that who were a part of this community, and I generally don't have a problem with these kind of people, as long as nobody's trying to come on to me because I'm a straight male. You know what I'm saying? I'm perfectly fine with it, because they're still people at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to treat people wrong just because they, are different than I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do that to people. So I, I celebrate what they are. I acknowledge it, and I accept it. Because at the end of the day, guys, it's 2019. We shouldn't still be, like calling people gay and, backlashing. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of that shit is just irrelevant. You know what I mean? Just accept it, but at the same time, you can set up your boundaries, because like I said, I had friends who were a part of that community. You know what I mean? But I also told them, listen, I'm straight or whatever. Like, we can be friends and everything like that. But if you try to, like, come on to me or get me to, partake in something with you and I don't feel comfortable with it, you know what I mean? That's where I draw the line. But other than that, I accept you for being who you are. You know what I mean? And there is also a plus side that most people, may not notice about, these people in these communities. But far as the male goes, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gay or bi, you know what I mean? If you have one of these friends, it's a plus side for you because of, their sexuality, their openness, their expression to, hang out with the other sex. You know what I mean? So if you have one of those friends, that is gay, for example, or something like that, and he or she is hanging out with the opposite sex, and you kind of like a person that they hang out with or something like that. Depending on your friendship level, that person can hook you up because they have a better connection with with that opposite sex than you may have. Now, that sounds complicated enough, but I'm going to tell you a short little story, and this is a true story. Not making this up just because of the month. This is just me being truthful and being real. So I had one gay friend, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to tell you his name, but he hung out with a lot of females growing up, Every time people would see him hanging out with these girls, people laughed it off. But then, you know, after realizing like the group of girls that he hung out with were some of the most popular and beautiful girls in the school, you know what I'm saying? People started to come to him and ask him, can he put a good word in for everybody? You know what I'm saying? And he could have shut down so many people for them treating him the way that they did, but he didn't. And that was the most, awesome thing about him. And that's something that most people, took for granted. You know what I'm saying? The fact that he was still generally a good friend, kind of person. He was a person that was worthy of friendship, you know what I'm saying? But people just used him to get girls. And that's what I was basically trying to tell you guys, Sometimes that is a plus side to things, but don't abuse it just because he has, a better chance at talking to females than yourself may have. You know what I'm saying? So don't don't treat your friends that way, because at the end of the day, friends do come and go as well, and there is no saying that you have to stay friends with someone, because once they feel offended or they feel like you're abusing them, they're gonna say, you know what, this friendship is over. You know what I mean? We're not meant to be friends. But yeah, as I said, he was always, hanging out with these girls, and they happen to be the most beautiful girls in the school, and you get those kind of social groups and stuff like that, those popular girls, those girls that got, like all the makeup and stuff on, the hair is on point, you know what I'm saying? The kick game is strong, you know what I mean? Like, so, you know, and he would hang out with those kind of girls. They're always laughing and having a good time. And the fact that, there are girls out there that allow men into their circles, you know what I'm saying? That's still dope, because generally there could be a group of girls that might push you away because girls are very defensive, and that's understandable because a guy's nature is always, sexual. We can't deny it, you know what I mean? We can try to sugarcoat it at best and say we don't want something from you, but it's just generally in a guy's nature. So that's, their reaction. They'll push you away without getting to know you. You know what I'm saying? So there is like a small amount of girls in the world that will allow men into their circles and get to know them. And that's what happened with my friend, you know what I'm saying? The fact that he was, he was out there in the open, not hiding who he was. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care what others thought about him. And I stayed loyal to him, Now, to this day, we're not, on speaking terms, just due to the fact that he can't be found on social media, for his own purposes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what he's up to currently now, but as I said, this was back in the day. And back in the day, we had that connection, you know what I'm saying? And to be honest, I did use him to an advantage, but I also kept him as a friend, you know what I'm saying? Because he was generally a cool person to hang out with. And that's something that most people, can agree with me that sometimes, those people that you may have in the LGBT community can be better than your general friends that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because they're more openly, they're more expressive, and they have more fun. You know what I mean? They enjoy life. And that's what Pride Month is about. You know what I mean? So shout out to all the people in the LGBT community once again. You know, enjoy your month, live it up. This rainbow on my screen is for you guys. um, I am going to end this video because I don't really have anything else to say. I just wanted to talk about the month of June and let you guys know that, this happens to be a very eventful month, as I said. Um, if you guys want a little back history on, the LGBT kind of situation, you can date back to I want to say like the early 70s, like 1969 to 1970. That's when it was like officially recognized as, like Pride Month and stuff like that. Now, National Pride Day is the last Sunday of June, I believe. That is the last Sunday of June for National Pride Day. Now, most people may say, well, why do they need a day and a month, basically? Because they have a whole month to celebrate. But what's with the day situation? Well, I don't exactly know why. But I do know that even, back when Clinton was running for president and stuff like that, he did declare. Sorry about that. My little nephew is, he's asleep, but he's, I guess, a little sick. Now, as I said, back in the day when Clinton was running, he did acknowledge the people a part of that community, and, he kind of declared that this day will be, National Pride Day. You know what I'm saying? So it was like the last Sunday in June. So if you guys look up on your calendar and you look at the date, obviously that last Sunday that you're looking at would be the National Pride Day. So that's just a little history. It's a little rough, but you can actually Google it. You know what I'm saying? Go to Wikipedia if you don't believe me. But I just thought I'd try to give you a little background story on the situation. As I said, Bill Clinton was actually one of, the most coolest presidents just by doing that. You know what I'm saying? Just acknowledging the fact that there are people out there of certain sexualities and stuff like that. And he, paid attention to that fact. You know what I'm saying? When you think about what Trump's doing right now, he doesn't care about the LGBT community, and all he cares about is building this goddamn wall. You know what I'm saying? But he did make one kind of good move recently. But I'm not going to talk about that in this video. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to really applaud the man because he's still doing things that, it's wrong in the eyes of everyone in America. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. But yeah, as I said, I'm going to end this video. If you're a part of the LGBT community, leave a nice comment in the section below for me to read, and tag it with the LGBT pride. That'll be the hashtag for you guys. Just let me know basically how you plan to celebrate this month, if you're a part of that community, or even if you're not a part of that community but you kind of support it. Let me know how you're going to support this or what you're going to actually do during this month. You know what I'm saying? If you're stopping by the parade or anything like that, this year I will not be, a part of the parade. More so because I'm in Connecticut and traveling from here and going to New York and trying to, put together money to hop on the Metro North and stuff like that, and then going to the city to, catch city buses and, switch other trains and everything like that. It's a lot of money involved. And currently, I don't have the money right now to do anything. So, I'm gonna miss out, but there will be like live streams and stuff on YouTube that I will catch up on. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a couple of big artists that might be performing during these parades and stuff like that. So, I will try to fill you in on any other information and stuff that I come across during this month. So yeah, just subscribe to this channel if you're new, obviously. Make sure you turn on your post notifications by hitting that bell. That bell will alert you every time I'm uploading a video on this channel or doing a live stream. And please leave a like.